Hi everyone, it's Crystal at Nurture Salon Spa in Blackfalds, and we are going to do a little vlog today on fashion colors. I have seen quite a few comments on opinions pages here locally, and it's typically a very hot topic of how clients aren't impressed or happy with how their color lasts or how it turns out, often resulting in heading back into the salon and asking for a refund, or asking for it to be redone, or wondering what went wrong. So I would assume most of the time the expectations of the client is not being met, and that's what I'm hoping to clarify today in this vlog. So, fashion colors. What are fashion colors? First question. Fashion colors would be bright, vivid colors. So, for example, I have some extensions here. This is a bright red. That is a fashion color. We have bright pinks. This is a fashion color. There are colors with this swatch ring here. These are all fashion colors. Also, in the regular color swatches that salons carry that are in their books, for example, like this, there are usually fashion colors like reds and purples. I'm not sure how easily that is coming up on the screen there, but anything that's very, very bright. Bright coppers, bright reds, bright purples, even dark purples and dark reds. Most of the time, though, colors like this are what trends. Grays, blues, turquoises, pinks. These are fashion colors. So with fashion colors, what is important to know? If you are in a salon and you're seeing a stylist who is doing a proper consultation, which is what we recommend here at Nurture before you actually have your appointment. So we ask that you come in and talk to us previously, or firstly, and then from there actually book an appointment for the actual color placement and processing. So what is important to know with fashion colors? Number one, it's not a real color. If you, again, we're going to refer back to these color swatches that are in the books. When you look at all of these browns and blondes, even some coppers, they actually have a level associated with them. So you have a level 1, which is black, and a level 9, which is a blonde, and everything in between. Those are real colors that have a level, so they have a depth to them. Really, really dark would be a 1, really, really light with a little bit of color would be a 9, or a blonde. These colors are just pigment. And pigment itself, without any base or level, is very, very hard to keep in the hair. That's why it's not really a color. Blues and green and yellow are the primary colors. You would think maybe would stay in the hair a little bit better because they're basic colors, but that's not the case. They actually need a level in order to hold and to stay. Now, in order for these to actually show up, you actually need to have a white base. So your hair needs to be bleached as light as possible to actually show this pigment. If you are going a red, a bright red, it's okay if you have your hair a little bit darker. If you process it and bleach it to be a little warmer, maybe have a little bit of gold in it. However, what you have to remember is if your stylist doesn't process you very, very light, all of the pigments that are left in the hair are going to contribute to these fun fashion colors. So if your fun fashion color by chance is red, and your stylist will lighten you to be a golden blonde and then apply the red, well, what happens when you mix red and yellow together? You get orange. So that yellow, even though your hair is fairly light, even if it is yellow, it's going to contribute to this and make it more copper, which is not really what you're looking for if you want red. So again, your base has to be lifted to almost white or white in order for it to be a pure fashion color. Guy Tang, I refer to him a lot because there's a lot of people that bring in Pinterest or videos, and it's his work. Well, again, he spends 20 hours on his clients and lightens them as light as possible, likely white, doing treatments in between and shine treatments after to make it look absolutely stunning. But not everybody has the pocketbook for that. So because they're not a real color and they don't have any depth to them, they actually don't last. So again, in the beginning I said a lot of clients complain because they paid all this money for these fashion colors, but they don't last, and that's why. If your base is super, super light, which it needs to be, and the color itself doesn't have a real base and it's just pigment, it has nothing really to hold on to. And usually if your hair is lightened quite a bit and it's white, the integrity is jeopardized, which means that it won't hold on to color anyway. So that's very normal. But again, when you come in for a consultation, we need to let the client know, or you as the stylist need to let your client know that that's a possibility or very likely that it will happen. You will need to pre-treat your hair or treat after. If you pre-treat your hair, you might want to do a detox or clarifying shampoo. You might want to do a protein treatment, maybe for 2 weeks leading up to the appointment if there's extensive bleaching involved, and moisture treatments as well. Afterwards, the same thing. If you're taking protein out of the hair when you're bleaching, you need to make sure that you put the protein back into the hair. If you're taking moisture away when you're bleaching, you need to put the moisture back into your hair. So your stylist should be recommending moisture treatments and protein treatments for you to take home and do at home, so that you are increasing the longevity of your fashion color and hopefully making your money stretch a little longer, so that when you have to go in for a touch-up, maybe it's not as much time, or maybe the color just holds better. Maintenance, you need to make sure that you are aware that you will be coming in at least once a month, depending on what you're doing, but again, your stylist will go over that with you. You want to make sure that you wash your hair in cold water. You don't want to wash with hot water. Hot water actually opens the cuticle, allows the color molecules to fall out, and cold water closes the cuticle and allows everything to stay locked in. That's why they usually say rinse your hair with cold water to give it some shine or give it body. So if you're washing with cold water or lukewarm water, your color will last longer. That goes for any color, but fashion colors especially. And your stylist should be rinsing with cold water or cool water as well. You don't want to wash your hair every day. That's going to, of course, open the cuticle, allow the color molecules to fall out. That's a waste of your money. Don't wash your hair every day. Invest in a good quality dry shampoo. Talk to your stylist about that. And of course, other options would be extensions. So if you're looking for a pop of color, a lot of salons will carry fun pieces of extensions. You can have them put in probably the same day, as long as they know what you're looking for. You don't have to bleach your hair. Your natural hair can stay healthy, and you can just add these in. Now, these are synthetic. These are not real hair. Some of them are. It depends, I guess, on where you're buying them. I shouldn't say that. These are babe hair extensions, and they are real hair. Again, they were put on white hair, but some of them, if they're clip-in, you can take them out and put them in when you want to, which makes it last a little bit longer for the client. So things to think about. We're at Nurture Salon and Spa in Blackfalds, and if you have any questions, just give us a call, 403-600-9029.